Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize in advance if the video is too long. We were basically, for this video, showing tips and tricks of grenades, ricochets, stuff like that. So, so, if you guys want to give a try at these ricochets that I showed in the video, that we showed in the video, give them a try. If you're already in our Discord, give them a try in Paintball and then record it. And if you actually get eliminations with them, post the little clips on the media section so we can see them as well, and we can know like who's done them and who hasn't. If you're new and you haven't joined our Discord server, join it. You can chat with us there if you want. And if you also want to upload the little clips of you guys doing this, go for it. And I'm gonna leave my hands up here. Go for it. And yeah, post them on the media section and we'll be able to see them as well. But other than that, we'll see you guys all in the outro.
Reaper's coming to kill tonight, coming to give a fuck. Don't have the will to fight, he's gonna keep me out. Don't have a place to hide, don't have a life to find. No place to focus, but time, no one to save me death.
Anyways. Alright, for me in Paintball, what I normally do, this is what I call sectors. There's 5 sectors in each map.
Press the stop button on the
It might work out for you guys, might not. Give it a try. But there's always specific players in Paintball that do the exact same thing as everyone else, and you will see what I mean when I explain the sectors. So we got sector number 1, the middle. Sector number 2 and sector number 3 is mid-left and mid-right. What I mean mid-left and mid-right is like between the red container and the rock right there, and between the little rope walk path right there of those rocks. Then sector number 4 and 5 is the far left of the wall and the far right of the wall. Reason why I call them like that, of sectors, is because in Paintball, you're always going to be seeing people that are always going to take sector 1, 2, and 3, or sector 4 and 5. Sometimes you have that one random person in a team, whether it's your teammate, your friend, or not, but, you know, that will start from one sector and end up towards the middle or somewhere else. So, yeah. So, for a map like this, it's always good, not even for a map like this, it's always good to focus and see how the way your opponents are moving. We're gonna stick with that, yep. Moving. But yeah, you wanna focus how your opponents are moving in the maps, in every map that you're in, because you'll see they'll mainly take the same route over and over again. Like for this map, Dino most of the times takes this route, the left side. This is why I mainly come across him whenever we're going up against each other. Dino takes Homestead. You'll see he takes depending on where we spawn, the left side of the map, far left, or right side where the scoreboard is with the ladder. So yeah, but yeah, just focus on the opponents, how their movements, which route they're taking, and as long as you're able to predict and already figure out the route, you should be able to control them and push them back to this side of the map and grab the flag and escape and score. This is tip number 2 for grenades. I gotta remember what tip we are of trick for grenades. Trick number 2 for this map, for if you're playing in quarter and you spawn on this side of the map, trick number 2 with grenades is this spot right here where the wooden pallet is. If you hit the corner, if you hit it correctly, the grenade will basically bounce all the way to that back left corner of the spawn. And if you're lucky, you'll probably hit someone that's spawning over there, or someone that's just on top of the containers that are just holding an angle and shooting at people. You don't want to just peek out and jump and shoot like you can. I mean, you could do that, you could throw the grenade, but it's better to like kind of stay down here, and you gotta make sure you time it right, because if they see you right here and you're tossing it at them, if they're smart with it, they're gonna evade it or catch it. But if they're focused on someone else on the other side of the map, towards the right side or in the middle, can simply, it's better not to cook it and throw it. You just want to throw it right away, so that way you have enough time for the nade to reach over there. So when you throw it, depending which hand you are dominant on, hit this corner and it'll bounce that way. And it blows up on that blue container that connects with a wooden bridge to the base. So most of the times, if you time it right, or if you throw it right, you'll be able to get it. You most of the times you want to stand here, like see this corner of the box. You want to stand here and then hit that corner of the wooden pallet, and that's when you get a better angle of tossing it that way. The harder and faster you throw it, the better and more reach you'll get over there. I missed that. That's a better one. Ooh, we'll do it again. That's a small one. But that spot is still good because every now and then people get up on that little rock ledge right there and shoot people. So yeah, that's another tip right there. Tip number 2 of using grenades. Okay, my friends. Let's say again, for example, you're on this spot, right? I already taught you the wooden pallet. Let's say you push forward and you don't use the wooden pallet, but you still want to make a decent little trick. What I tend to do is the same thing. The same way I spike the grenade over there in the blue container, I spike the grenade over here, and it will roll up to that direction. And sometimes, if you do it correctly, the grenade will simply bank off the little, dirt staircase right here, whatever you want to call it, hit the top part of the red ceiling over the boxes, and then get anyone that's behind those boxes. So if you angle it correctly and time it right and make sure you throw it good, it'll be perfect. Or if anybody's there, you just toss it. So we'll do a little gentle one just to time it right. Right there over the box. So if you're dealing with anyone that doesn't want to peek you or push you or just, yeah, those basic stuff, and you don't want to push them because you feel like you're going to give them a better angle, simply grab a grenade. Let me grab another one. Grab a grenade. If you want to toss the nade over, you can, but just make sure you time it right. But if you want to spice things up, make it a little nice little trick, cook it, toss it, and oh, it went through the thing. I'm not even gonna lie. But you toss it, goes right there, bounce, boom, get anyone back there in the back, and yeah. Tip number 3, with grenades over there, we'll go over here. Tip number 3 here, you can do the same thing when it comes to like ricocheting. That was a ricochet with a pellet. Here, if you spawn on this side of the map and you're heading towards this direction, where's my grenade? My finger came out because of that. And you grab a grenade and you're fighting against opponents for the red flag. What you want to do, you can ricochet a grenade here as well. If you're not, let's say you're not good at tossing the nades far, don't worry about my finger, that damn thing. Simply toss it bottom, it'll bounce over the little spot here, and then take someone out over there. Do it again, bounce, and go over. If you're kind of worried that whoever you're going up against, finger again, whoever you're going up against over there, and they're good at paintball and they're catching the grenades, and you want to kind of discombobulate them and make sure they don't catch a nade, just simply confuse them by tossing the nade. By tossing the nade like that. Again, the harder you throw it, the more better it'll be. Like that, bada bing, bada boom. And then another angle that I like to do around this spot is same for here. Like you see this little spot right here. If you angle it correctly, you can hit the dirt and it will bounce over to the red container where the other grenades are, where we just were at the time. So if anyone doesn't see you and they're over there about to grab the grenade or peek out and shoot with a sniper, you can toss a nade. But what I normally do, I just stand here and finger again. Hang on, there it is. I stand here, hit that, bada bing, bada boom, container, kapuya, and then those nades, if you're lucky, if anyone's over there, will bounce over there, ricochet over there, and get someone out. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that is tip number 3 of grenades. There's another spot right here on this same location that I also like to use. If there's someone in front of you sniping you or trying to shoot you, but you don't want to peek out and like not get a fake out or stuff like that, well, not to worry, dun, 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 because you can also ricochet the grenade right here. That's a little gentle one. They're on that containers, you can get them. Those grenades will also blow up. I don't know how that one ended up over there, but yeah. But if you angle it right, you can toss this, it'll bounce up, time it right, boom, you get someone over there. You get this angle, time it right, boom, you get someone on the containers. And if you hit the middle part, but if you hit it right, sometimes I have to jump because if I just throw it, it's just sometimes finger. Hang on, there it is. Sometimes I have to jump to get a better angle. So depending how tall you are, I'm 5'9", so depending how tall you are, would be better for you. But you jump, spike it, it bounce, and it goes there in the middle. So again, this spot has 3 angles. You can do that, wrap it over the building, anybody in the right container. If you don't want to throw it that way, but mix it up with a nice little neat trick, bank it off that little edge of the dirt. Right here, someone's over there, bank it off this rock. On the right side towards the blue containers, bank it off this rock on the right side, and then middle for anyone that's in the middle. Yeah, I like to mix up my throws and try to do little tricks with them, so that way, just to spice things up. Yeah, so give it a try, see if you like it. If you don't like it, it is what it is. And there's another one. It's just basically, if anyone's crouched behind those boxes, just throw a nade up against the fence, but time it right, cook it, time it, and boom. So yeah, because there's sometimes you'll deal with those people that hide behind objects. So if someone's hiding behind the box, just toss a nade on that fence and it'll go behind them. So yeah. On to the middle. Here, the same thing. If you like to spice things up with your grenades and you want to learn little tricks, decent tricks, mix it up yourself. What I do when I'm over here, if anybody is up there on that little hilltop, I tend to throw grenades. I tend to throw grenades right on this spot right here, and what I would do is simply bounce it and ricochet it towards anybody that's up there. And again, if you don't want to get sniped, you don't want to peek out, simply, I mean, if you want, you could do a 3-pointer over the container, but time it right, and then boom, it'll get anyone up there. Or, excuse me, if you want to just ricochet it, time it, bounce it, bada bing, bada boom. If you want to get it more further towards the left instead of the right, move to the right, cook it, bada bing, bada boom. This one over there. And yeah, and then for the spot over here, again, if you're getting sniped for anybody up there or being shot at, you can simply do a 3-pointer, or what I sometimes tend to do is I just spike it to the floor, and you want to use kind of enough force to make it roll towards the right container. So, you know, just spike it, it ramps up into the middle of the right container and blows up anyone that's there. Yes, Erskis. So yeah, or if anybody's in the middle and you can't get a clear angle on their head because of the rock or the floor, just time it, bank it, boom, anybody right there. Because, you know, just in case you come across those people that don't really like to push you, but they tend to move back, or anybody that, you know, doesn't want to peek you, they want you to peek them just so they can get a better angle on you, don't want to do that. So just, you know, take your time the grenades right, and you'll get them out. Ladies and gentlemen, I will show you more tips and tricks with grenades here. Don't worry, it's not only going to be just tips and tricks of grenades. We'll teach you other stuff that helps us out in paintball, or helps me out in paintball, and maybe it can help you out as well. But tip number 5 of how to do a little decent ricochet with grenades and stuff like that. Most of the times, when we're going to move to the middle, over here. Over right here. So most of the times, if again, you don't want to peek, stuff like that, yada yada, people are spamming a lot of shots and you're outnumbered, your teammates haven't spawned in yet, you have no backup, what you can do, because for me, whenever they're just shooting up in the air and I go up the ramp and I'll try to grab the grenade to toss at them, I always get hit with a fake out. Bullets just fly over my head and hits me with a fake out. It is what it is. It's Rec Room. You're always going to get fake outs. But I tend to learn that, well, I push forward, but if I get, let's say, 3 fake outs in a row up there, then I'll swap my playstyle, and I'll just grab a grenade from over there, come here, people's in the middle, but they don't want to push. I cook it, toss it, it goes over, and it takes out anybody that's over there. If they're further back, then don't cook the grenade, just let it loose Or if you want to time it right and make sure they don't grab it, simply click the grenade, and once 2 ticks pass away, what I mean ticks is the sound that the grenade makes, 2 ticks pass away, slam it on the ramp and it will fly over there. So, and boom, you get anyone out over there. But yeah, the more longer you hold the grenade, the shorter the shorter the time will be. But if you want to make it further, just let it go.
Press the start
And
button on the scoreboard to play.
you don't always want to hit down this spot because it's gonna bounce higher and take longer to land. So you kind of want to aim a bit higher up here, so that way it can just hit and go straight. So we'll just grab this one and see if I can do it the first take. That was a gentle one. Let me try again. There you go, and that one goes further back. So, depending where you hit it on the ramp, depending if you'll be able to take anyone out. Remember, the first 4, wooden lines here, it's gonna go higher up. The higher you go, these 4 up here, it's gonna go more further forward. So there you go. And then the next spot that I will show you is the yellow container. Okay, for this spot, I made a YouTube short of this a while back. I basically hit this container. The container will bounce the grenade towards over there, and I got people out. It was a solid good YouTube short. Again, if you can't get a clear angle to shoot at someone, or you're just outnumbered, you want to stand back here, but kind of move back a bit over here, get a better angle. Make sure you're not being shot at through the door as well, because they can shoot you at the booty cheeks, depending, yeah. So you grab the nade. You don't want to cook it. If they're closer to you, then cook it and then toss it. But if they're further back, just simply toss it, and it'll bounce and get people out. That's what I do. So like when they're around here in this area and I'm outnumbered, my teammates don't spawn in yet, and I don't want to peek out and just get shot right away. I hide behind this little wooden pallet. I toss a nade, it'll ricochet and get anyone out over there. Or what I sometimes do is I just yoink it like this, but that doesn't always work for me. I don't know why. I'm not good at that angle, but yeah. And then my favorite one that I did, which is the clip of the YouTube short a while back, is what I do. What you're gonna want to do right here, you're gonna kind of want to yoink it upwards. You don't want to just spike it or throw it forward. You're gonna want to yoink it because that gives you a better angle of hitting this spot. This corner right here, you want to hit it. This will allow the grenade to fly that way over the yellow container and right into the main front entrance of the base. And there is where you will get people out. But you gotta time it right. If you see someone spawn on the right side of the map or the left side of the map and they don't see you and they're going to the middle into the base, pretty much they're gonna come out on the front entrance. So you want to time it out. You want to time it right because of the spawn shield. Spawn shields can be pretty annoying. So again, and this also, the container in front of you kind of protects you for anyone that's coming in from the front, so they don't see you, which means they're not really gonna notice when you toss a nade at them until they hear it. So again, I'm gonna yoink it up onto this container, and let's hope that I do it the one take over that yellow container into the middle. So ready? Let me get a angle. 1, 2, 3. Kapuya! I did first take. Woo! Your finger. I don't even see the camera no more. Yeah. But I hope you're still recording.
It's going.
Okay, but as you guys saw, I yoinked it. Kind of think of it like an uppercut. You're doing an uppercut, hitting this container, boom, over there, and boom, you get people out. So yeah, this is my favorite spot right here. This is where I did that clip, and I took out, like, I believe 2 people came out, and I eliminated them. And yeah, next spot, we'll take it over that way.
I hate that they
Okay,
added this
dokie.
grass. This grass is annoying. I don't know if you see it.
What, the sound effect?
No.
What grass?
You'll see it in the video, but they added tall grass here. Like, because I'm on PC, they added, like, tall grass. and it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, no. It's just flat colored green. I mean, there are little strands of grass that I'm seeing, but they're not sticking out like actual grass. It's just like
Yeah,
into the floor.
they added this tall grass everywhere, and it's annoying. Like if you
Mm.
drop your gun in here, it's hard to see. Like if I grab this gun, look at that, it just disappears. And they
Yeah, I'm
have the
looking.
green,
It's just
they have
I'm
the
looking.
green light that floats up. But like
Mm.
for anyone that sees this grass, it's just it's annoying.
Yeah, I don't see grass like Dino. I'm on PSVR. I have a Quest 2, but I just don't play on the Quest 2 yet because I don't have a solid good graphics card that allows me to play on VR on PC. Hence why I always stream and play on PSVR. But when I upgrade my PC, I can then play on Quest 2, stream on PC, and no longer have to deal with errors, occurs, ending my streams, and yada yada yada, and stuff like that. But the spot here, I like to do 3-pointers here. So like if anybody spawns over there, if you're good when it comes to hearing like the timing of when they spawn or when they're walking towards you, you cook the grenade, time it right, and boom, you do a 3-pointer over that concrete and it'll eliminate people. Or if anybody's there and they spawn and they're shooting at people, your teammates in the middle and they don't notice you yet, just yoink it. But if you're being shot at a lot, what I like to do sometimes on this spot, again, the same thing as the other side on the left side, you want to yoink it and boom, it'll go over there. You just need to get a good angle, my finger, okay? This spot is a bit more difficult because since this door is sticking out and angled more towards the right side instead of forward or left, this grenade is going to ricochet it more towards the fence, which is kind of sucks. But if you hit this spot, you should be alright to where your grenade goes forward. I use that spot very little because I don't always have good luck with it. But what I do is I toss a grenade. If you're, I don't know if Quest players or PC players, Valve Index, I don't know if you guys can see this big scoreboard here. I mean, not scoreboard, but well, yeah, scoreboard.
So
If you can see it,
the low device players that can't see it, they won't see the big scoreboard UI, but they will see the big billboard there.
oh, okay, so you just see it empty then. Alright.
Yes.
Well then, as long as you still have the billboard, then you should be fine to ricochet your grenades. But what I do is I hit the corner, the bottom left corner of the billboard, and that would allow it to ricochet the grenade onto, what is wrong with my tracking? Onto the trees over there. Anybody's there, you eliminate them. But in this angle it kind of sucks because if you hit that, the grenade's just going to go higher up in the air and just blow up in the air. So you kind of want to stretch a little more towards the back and get a bit of a lower angle so that way the grenade can hit the ground or get close to hitting the ground a lot more faster. I don't think I'm going to be able to throw this grenade right because the finger keeps going to that, so let's hope that I can, but we'll see. Bada bing, bada boom, and bam. I like that little angle because most of the times if anybody's coming towards the right side, they tend to go towards those tires for like cover to hide behind it or stuff like that. If you're one of those type of players that shoot and go all the way down to the ground and spin around, then if you're having issues with those type of players, tossing it in that corner and you'll be able to get them. If you don't want them to catch it, then you can cook it, toss it, and hopes that it blows up first before they try grabbing it. But other than that, that's my little angle spot. For this spot, you can do the same thing. You can ramp it off of the ramp in the middle. Same thing as on the other side that I taught you guys. Over here, sometimes I just spike the grenade towards the ground and it just rolls all the way over there. Or just, bam, grenade, bada boopy, over there. But the main spot for over here that I can teach you of like a ricochet is over here. This is kind of the same thing with the ramp. You can hit the top and it'll bounce up, but it's a bit more difficult since this walk path here is a bit more stretched out and has a lower angle, whereas that one's a bit higher up. sometimes it hits the tires and stuff like that. So what I do, instead of this throwing straight, I throw it in a sideway, so that way you won't have the troubles of hitting the wooden pallet or the tires. So if anybody's in the middle or on the other side, just spike it and it'll go over that. But you gotta hit it right. Same thing for this side. You grab a grenade, you hit this spot, and it'll go over there. So pretty much, yeah. This is that one spot. I don't use it that much because by the time I spawn in, everybody's already on the other side of the map, and my team's already pushing the other team all the way into their base. So most of the times I don't always use this spot, but when I have the chance to, I cook a grenade, spike it, it goes over that spot or underneath it, depending how the way you throw it, and it eliminates people. And if I'm getting pushed by two people on this side, I grab it, cook it, spike it, it'll go over this corner of the container, and make sure you don't hit the tire, but it goes over the corner of this container and takes out anybody that's over there in that spot. Let me see if I can do it in one take. So here we go. I'm gonna try to do it in the first take. So again, hit it, spike it, goes on above the corner of that container, and hopefully I don't hit the tire and take out anybody that's over there. So like that, pretty much, yeah. Alright, in a little bit I'll teach you guys tips and tricks that I know with grenades here in this map. But for now I'm just gonna, for me there's always like about, I think about 3 to 4 different types of playstyles that I kinda named in a way. That's for me, what helps me out. But every now and then, remember when I told you guys about the sectors? You got the far left sector, mid left, middle, mid right, and far right. Whenever I do callouts for my teammates, which honestly I hardly do callouts for Dino since we can't really be in a party call together on Discord because, you know, not
Press the
yet.
start button on
But
the
eventually.
scoreboard to play.
But when I'm not streaming and we're on a call together, we do make callouts. But those are the sectors that I use. For the first one is gonna be just, I guess, the decent players, the ones that are barely starting. Those are the ones that just go in straight lines. They don't really mix up their movement, their paths, all that stuff. So those will be easy for people to like just eliminate. For the second play style, you have the people that kind of zigzag through the paths. Like they'll start off on the far right sector, push towards the middle, come towards the far left, and end up pushing towards the middle again. I just call those the ziggies. I don't know why it's a little goofy ass nickname. I just call those ziggies. So for those that zigzag through different sectors, ziggies, yeah. And the third play style are the mix-ups. I just decent little call where those guys, they'll kind of confuse you to where those are the ones that are like solid good at paintball. Like you can eliminate them or they'll eliminate you. If they eliminate you, they'll go to the left and then they'll sometimes wait for you to respawn so that way they can change their path and which way they're going. That's what I most of the times do. Because you know how if you ever eliminate a person, if they're annoyed or mad or stuff like that, they keep their eyes on you. And in a way that helps them figure out which path they're going to take so that way they can prepare themselves and go towards that section and cut you off. So what I tend to do is once I eliminate someone, once I see them despawn or respawn to their side, I switch my path and go to another direction. So I make them think I'm going to the right, I go to the left. If they see me going into the middle, once they respawn, I circle back, go to the left or right, depending which path I want to take. So mix-ups like that. And the fourth one, I believe, is the final one, but those are, I call those the hybrid players, basically. It's, I don't know, that's just what I figured would be an okay name for them. The hybrid players are the ones that mix up their playstyles. They'll go in a straight path, and then once they see that you're already blocking their path and not allowing them to come towards your side of the map, they'll mix it up and swap to another side. So if they keep coming far right sector and you keep blocking their path and not allowing them to push through, they'll switch it up, go to left. If you're controlling them and not allowing them to push through, they'll switch it up again, and then they'll end up doing the zigzag, the ziggies, and yeah, pretty much like that. So I call those the hybrids because they always mix up their playstyles, try to figure out another way to outmaneuver you and push you back to your side. So yeah, and I think that's about it of the different playstyles. I don't want to explain too much of their different styles because I just want to give short little simple explanations of to why I call them that and what they do. But what I can tell you for those playstyles, if you want to control them and not allow them to get the upper hand to you, if you're good at throwing grenades like me, I love to throw grenades in paintball. It's fun, satisfying, and it most of the times makes people mad, which I don't know why. They can simply grab a grenade and do the exact same thing that you can do, you know, but sometimes not everyone can throw grenades good, and sometimes they can. So yeah. But what I do to control those different type of play styles, for the default ones, again, they go straight, just eliminate them. Pretty much simple. But for the other three play styles, the ziggies, the mix-ups, and the hybrids, the zigzag ones, the ones that always jump left, right, different sectors, just cook a grenade, time it right, throw it. Make sure you throw it high up because those are the people that always move too fast, try to dodge all your shots and everything. And those are, every now and then, are most of the main ones that like to catch the grenades and are pretty good at it. So for those, just cook a grenade and time it right. Try to throw it kind of in front of them to where they can't reach it, or above them to where they can't reach it as well, and you eliminate them like that. But if you're good with your aim, then take them out with that. What I do as well, if I don't use a grenade, if I see Dino or one of my other teammates shooting at them, I kind of circle around to their sides, hit them on the flanks, and I'll eliminate them from the left side or the right side, or even sometimes behind them if I manage to come around from the back. So that's what I do. So if you're having issues dealing with a Ziggy, just try to, if you have teammates, friends to talk with you, work with each other to control them, to keep their movements, you know, kind of short, and you'll be able to push forward. But if you're alone in paintball and you're playing with random teammates, then kind of use your teammates as decoys, and that will allow you to eliminate the person and also help your teammates move up. So yeah. The mix-ups, pretty much the basic stuff with the teamwork and the flanks, and same for the hybrids. That's pretty much it. Yeah, those are the only two main ways that I do it. But the third way that I do it when I'm alone is I just play aggressive. That's it, and hopes to trade with them. So yeah, but that's it. For here, if you have a grenade already, and when you were walking down from, like, if you spawn over there in the tires and you walk down this way, and you haven't seen anyone spawn in yet, but you feel like you believe someone's out there already or about to pop out, what I tend to do is from here, I grab a grenade and I cook it. If they're closer towards the ledge, I'll cook it and toss it and it'll blow up right there. But if they're further back, if you see someone, they're shooting at you and they move back to hide or make sure you don't shoot them, I just throw it correctly. But what I do, the wall right here, I hit it, bank it off of the wall onto that upper area, and most of the times I eliminate people like that. So yeah, so I'll give it a try, see if I can do it the first take. For this one, you want to kind of aim high up so that way you can get a better angle for the nade to go over it. Because if you aim on the lower, then just not gonna go up basically. So yeah, we'll see. We'll hit this spot right here. Again, you want to put yourself in a better angle, because if you're right here, it's just gonna go straight that way, and you don't want that. So if you thin the angle, this pillar right here might be in your way, but that's alright. Just kind of throw it right and you should be fine. So yeah, and boom, anybody's up there, if anybody's up there, you'll get them out. If you don't want them to catch it or grab it, just cook it and then hit it, and then it'll blow up as soon as it's right above there. The second grenade, it isn't really a trick shot, but it's a cross map one, and it always, whenever I'm in this map and I spawn, I always grab the grenade and yoink it. And every now and then, like I said, the defaults, they always take the same route. I always eliminate them with the first take. So we'll show you this side of the map on the blue team, and then afterwards we'll show you on the other side to show you which angle I'm talking about.
Which grenade did you grab?
Together grenade, the bottom. So if you
So he grabbed this grenade over here. So if you were to spawn up here or inside the blue base, you would come down here this way. Grab this grenade. And then go that way through the door.
if you spawn, yeah, like how Dina said, if you spawn in the base and you grab this grenade, then from here, by the time you're ready, you don't want to throw the grenade right away. You don't want to just yoink it over there, because you want to time it right and make sure you give enough time for the opponents to go up the ladder and peek out. So depending on how far you spawn away, you grab it, you run out here, and then as soon as you hear, you grab the grenade. Well, you just basically toss the grenade. You don't want to cook it because you want to make sure it goes behind. So you just toss it, and right there. If anybody was still on the bridge, walking slowly, like the defaults, they kind of walk slow. You toss it. Anybody on the bridge or barely about to go to the ladder, you'll get them out. But if they're already up, like if you see them peeking up already from the ladder, then you do want to cook it and then just yoink it and do the exact same thing. But if you spawn up there, which is mainly where I spawn, where the boxes are, we'll head up that way. So if you spawn up here, this is where I mainly spawn in. I grab a grenade, and what I normally do, I run straight out, and as soon as I jump off of the ledge, that's when I just yoink the grenade onto the same spot. So that's what I'm gonna do, and by the time I jump off of that ledge of the exit, they're already going up the ladder, and every now and then we hit them there, if they take that route. So we'll do the exact same thing. We'll run it, and then jump it, and yoink it. If anybody's up there, you'll get them out. Same, me and Dino don't really have luck on spawning in the blue team. We mainly spawn in the red team, which honestly I'm okay with, because I like the red base a little bit more for the better angles, especially when it comes to throwing grenades on these corners. And we'll head towards this side. Now, whenever me and Dino spawn in the red team, we always spawn in this specific spot. Dino always grabs a pistol since he likes to dual wield a lot. Since he has joysticks, he's better at dual wielding than I am. I always grab the grenade. If I'm lucky, the grenade doesn't get stolen by other players or Screamo players. So whenever we spawn in, as soon as I'm already going up the stairs, I yoink the grenade, and where you saw where I jumped off to toss the nade, most of the times people come out from that spot or from the bottom, and I always get like a 2-piece elimination, sometimes a 3-piece elimination. But the 3-piece is kind of rare. The 2-piece is like every now and then, because sometimes they like to huddle up in the middle of that spot there when it comes to sniping. If you got like sniper players, they'll be up there in that spot, you can take them out. But every now and then I just get one person out. But yeah, basically I run up the stairs, and then when I'm like right here, I yoink the grenade over that fence straight to the same spot. So I'll do that. So 1, 2, 3. I'll toss it like that, and I'll blow up over there. And the harder and faster I throw it, the quicker I get there, and it'll eliminate like 1, 2, or 3 players. So yeah, so this is why I love to spawn in on the red team, because the first time I throw a grenade there, I always get like people out 80% to 90% of the time. I get people out like that. The second ricochet that I love to do and would really like to get more people out with it, it is the most difficult spot in this map that I tried so many times. I only done it once, and I would like to try it again. This is going to take a lot more explaining to do, so we're going to head to that spot up there. Okay, this spot here, you see the 3 grenades. I've done this ricochet only once. It is the most difficult ricochet grenade throw I've ever done, and only happened to do it one time and get one person out of it. The reason why I say it's difficult is because, let me explain it real quick. I grab a grenade. I don't cook the grenade. I simply come to the window, and if you see that like the corner of the wooden of the. Well, let me go down there. You see this spot right here? When I'm up there in the window, I simply toss the grenade right here. Make sure it lands here, behind the grenades that are on this side of the wall. So, because the reason why I throw it right there in the back is because I want these grenades to fly towards. Let me throw the grenade so you can see which spot I mean. I want them to fly towards that spot right there where the explosion was. That's where I want the grenades to fly. And the reason why that is because by the time I grab a grenade from up there, toss it over here, blow up the grenades will fly towards that spot. And while all that is happening, what I basically do, let me go up here. Like I said, while all that is happening, once I toss a grenade, I come out through this door, I run here. By the time I'm at this spot, the grenades down there on the barrel, they blow up. And what I try to do, I jump here, I run through this path, and once I'm already right here, but like halfway here, the grenades are already flying over my head, hitting that spot of the wall. And what I try to do, I try to grab the grenades. When I jump, I try to catch the grenades, and then from here, I simply spike it down. And if anybody is around this area, coming from the stairs through that door, or through the stairs of here, I eliminate them. I've only done that ricochet, then that trick shot with the grenade once. That's how difficult it is, because by the time those grenades are bouncing off of this wall and I jump up and catch it and land here, the grenade's already about to blow up after 2 ticks or 3 ticks. So it's a very short fuse by the time you catch it. So the reason why it's that difficult is because it's kind of rare for people to be here. And even if there's enemies up here, most likely your teammates, if you have good teammates, they already eliminate them. So it's really all on the timing of that ricochet. You got to make sure your teammates aren't here, and you got to make sure there's only 1 or 2 enemies there to have a better chance of eliminating. So yeah. And also, if they already spotted you, try not to get eliminated, because if they're smart with it, they're just going to shoot through this doorway and just keep shooting, just hopes that you just jump into it, which at the end of the day, you do have to jump to catch the grenade and come out here. So yeah, that's what I've explained. I understand, but bear with me. Okay.
Just like that. Just like that. My party fell down to the very
Exactly
bottom,
right there.
but you saw the grenade, it landed right there where people would be.
That's the first time I caught it with the right hand. I normally try to catch it with the left hand since I'm better throwing the grenades with the left hand. But right there, that's still a good example. And as you saw, by the time it bounced off of this wall and by the time you catch it and throw it in here, it already has a short fuse and it's already about to explode. So you want to really time it. If you're, what I try to do, the way I did it the first take, when I first finally got someone out, is I was over there on the door and I saw someone over here with I believe it was a sniper or 2 pistols. It was a long time ago. But I saw him. He didn't notice me over there at the end of the hallway. He was over here trying to eliminate my other teammates that were barely still in the base shooting. And he was bobbing and weaving. So I saw an opportunity. I gave it a try. I tossed a nade. Got it right the first take. Ran here. Caught the nade. And he was around this spot. So he was pretty close to the doors, which worked out perfectly for me. So I caught the nade and I just threw it right at him. It kind of landed like towards his chest area, and I eliminated him with it. And I was so happy and excited because you guys have no idea how difficult it is and how the timing you need for it to actually get it right. And I was happy because the teammates that I had at the time, Dino wasn't with me at that time, but the teammates that I had, they were decent. They weren't like really good paintball players. They were just decent players. So they weren't really hitting their shots correctly with the guy that was up here. So I managed to get it out. But if you want to give this trick shot grenade throw a try, do it. And if you actually accomplish it, I guess join our Discord and post it down in the media section, and so we can see it. since we're already at this spot, I can show you another grenade trick shot here that I sometimes do. So for here, what I sometimes do, if what I sometimes do is if someone's inside that section of the room and they say they have a shotgun, but they're not pushing you, they're expecting you to push them because, as you know, shotguns have short range. They debuffed it a long time ago, so now shotguns have shorter range. If they don't feel confident enough to, they can push towards you and eliminate you, they'll stay hiding. What I tend to do is I don't just walk right here and give them a better angle to eliminate me. I sometimes stay behind this corner between the window and the door. I cook the grenade, I hit it off this fence, and try to angle it correctly to where it'll roll towards the grenade. I mean, the grenade. Yeah, the grenade. Roll towards the door and eliminate them. So that's one decent little trick shot there. The second one is, this one's kind of one of my favorites in this map as well, since it's a bit decent for me to do, unlike that other one that we just showed you guys. Is, whenever there's people barely spawning in over on that side and they're pushing forward, if you want to give it a try, you can go for it, but simply you want to bank off the grenade on the top part of the window, so like that little wall section, you want to bank it off of it, and that would simply throw the grenade towards that direction. Or which, that's what I do. So yeah,
Or
but
if you throw it hard enough, you can
if
get off the scoreboard.
well, yeah, you can pick it off the scoreboard and it'll land over there. That's another way. But what I mainly do, since it's like a little short walk path here, I mainly hit this spot around here to bounce it off there. Or if they're in the middle and they're coming this way and they don't notice you yet because they're fighting with some of your teammates in the middle, what I tend to do is I go to this spot right here and I bank it off kind of in the corner, and it will go towards this direction. Sometimes it's a short little toss because, as you know, grenades are not very bouncy, so they don't always bounce off of objects in a solid good way to where you'll get better reach. So that's when it all really comes down to the force of how hard you throw the grenade and how fast you throw the grenade. So I'm gonna show you the first angle where I try to ricochet it towards that direction. Hopefully I don't throw it through the window and I actually get it the first take. So yeah, but we'll see. See all those little bounces? I just love it. I like all those bounces sections right there. It banked off of that, banked off of the corner of this little top little pillar section right here, off of the blue container and towards the blue door. If anybody's over there, you'll get them out like that. If anybody's towards the blue container or inside it, you'll still get them out like that. And then the other section is, again, like I said, if anybody's towards the middle, if they're closer to the red container, that is perfect because you get to eliminate them. But if they're further towards the middle, like towards the blue container on their side, then it's going to be kind of difficult to get them. But if they don't notice you yet, perfect. You simply bank it off of this section and it'll go towards that direction. Let's see if I can do it the first take again as well. And there you go. That's another spot. These little trick shots, grenades, they're decent. They're not like way too exciting, but if you've never done any grenade trick shot throws, give them a try. It'll give you a better, not a better way of like playing with grenades, but it'll give you a little bit different of a playstyle than what you normally do. I don't know what you guys do. I don't know what playstyle. If you have default, Ziggy, mix-up, or hybrids, whatever it is. But if you want to have more fun in paintball and actually mess around or be like, you know, hey, fuck it, let's do some interesting stuff. Do ricochets, different angles on different sections. And who knows, maybe you guys will find different angles of your own that even I don't know about or haven't even, you know, come across. So yeah.
The skittle man come to bring us creatures that are really dumb. One chick with a big ass bump on his big forehead.
That's tip number 1.
Stop here. I want to take us to a different room.
Why, what happened?
Because...
I already ended my stream anyways. What here? What's this?
Do we want Homestead instead? What?
What? What do you mean do we want Homestead instead? You took us to Homestead to begin with, and there was like ricochet spots there.
Well,
You already
I
fucking
wanted
up the video. Oh my
I wanted a
God.
custom room because here I can fly.
Because
and
here
hit
you can.
angles with a camera.
Wait, you're not recording?
Yeah, it's going.
Okay, let me take out my booger. I got a booger, guys.
Gotta go in the bloopers.
Oh, here's our skis. Nice, the green. Oh. But what I do is every now and then I hype it. Oh, there's no net over there. We're making that as a blooper. That shit's annoying.
A blooper?
Yes, a blooper. What did I say?
I thought you said blooper.
No, I said blooper. Did you not hear that? I don't know.
I heard blooper.
Anyways. Oh, okay. Papa boopy.
This thing is
The only
my
one
ears.
I've done.
I hear out of this camera.
Oh. The only one I've done is just I didn't do the one you did, but I just bank it off that wall. That one over there. Oh, you're getting laggy. Oh no.
You're getting laggy.
You're getting laggy. You might want to end it.
Are you sure it's me or is it? And in fact, it was not me.
Alright guys, if you made it this far to the outro, you've seen it from beginning to the end, let us know, like I we said in the intro, head over to Discord, join it, and upload the little clips there in the media. But other than that, if you guys want to see more tips and tricks for the other paintball maps that we didn't show in this video, let us know in the comment section down below, and I can show you guys the other angles and little ricochets, spots that I've known and done in the other maps. Also, like for part 2 as well, because after the ricochet grenades for the next maps, we will also give you guys tips and tricks of what we know with the weapons for like shotguns, pistols. Dino will show you guys with dual wield, probably with snipers as well. I don't really use snipers. If he wants to show you with snipers.
I got nothing on snipers.
Okay, and leave my hands right here, and yeah, if you want to ask us to give you any tips and tricks for a certain weapon or for certain maps, like little ideas and plans of how to work with them, let us know in the comment section as well. If we've done them before or if we have any good ideas, we'll add it to the video or for our next video, part 3, and we'll show them to you. So yeah, any questions you want to ask, stuff like that, leave in the comment section down below. Like for part 2, and then part 2 maybe like for part 3. Who knows if we get to a part 3. But other than that, like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you know if I'm posting videos or when I'm streaming over at YouTube. And if you haven't, link to my Twitch will be down below in the description. Hit that follow over there on Twitch. I stream practically every single day on Rec Room. So if you guys like the paintball streams, the paintball videos, head over to Twitch. I stream Rec Room practically every day on Twitch. So yeah, and then YouTube, if you like other type of game content, then subscribe on YouTube because we stream other games on YouTube. So far as of right now, we do Grounded, COD, and Rocket League. What else? Minecraft Dungeons. And pretty much that's about it. Yeah, we might do Sea of Thieves. If you guys are interested in seeing streams on YouTube of us playing Sea of Thieves, let us know and we will buy it or get it. Yeah. So, other than that, have a wonderful day.
Reaper 16.